peeps, welcome to Podcast, the pod all about random talks with the cast. I'm Azhar and my friends.
Hi, I'm Azhar Ibrahim.
Hello, it's me Aulia, and we will be your host for today's episode.
Okay, so just brief background information. Me, Azhar, and Aulia are currently in college, and we are hosting this podcast today to talk about stress, anxiety, and mental health issues in teenagers. For those who are not aware, stress is a normal and healthy emotion. Children and teenagers who are still in school can become stressed, especially when a deadline approaches or if we have a particularly difficult task to prepare for.
Yes, but the thing about stress is that it's fleeting and we can overcome it. What is concerning is when that stress turns into anxiety or depression, and some of the students lack the skills to manage the stress and pressure they are under. What should be a fleeting emotion becomes a lingering one. We see it progressing into anxiety and depression, and that is what we consider a mental health issue.
I see. Have you guys ever felt pressure during the past semester?
Ah, of course I did. Especially when the deadlines are close to each other, and some project and quizzes are mixed together. Then, I was not able to sleep for days just to beat the deadlines.
Oh yes, I remember that. Every final exam week, that is how our story goes. But I have a question for you guys.
Oh, sure, let's go.
What did you do to survive those weeks?
For me, I think nothing special. First, of course, I listen to music, and it is not just any kind of music. I prefer the lo-fi, something like Joji, soft pop, chill music that is very light to listen. Uh, I also eat good and healthy food. Sometimes sneak some chocolate every once in a while, like bang bang.
Uh,
Uh, what do you think about food editing?
mm, Speaking of food, I just want to share my experience. Whenever I eat bananas, I feel like my mood gets better. It also happens when I stick on walnuts. So I did a
Oh,
little
walnut.
research and discovered that bananas contain tryptophan, a type of protein that the body converts into mood-lifting serotonin. Bananas also contains vitamin B6, which balances our mood. Walnuts, on the other hand, are high in omega-3 fatty acids and magnesium, which may aid in the prevention of depression, anxiety, irritability, and insomnia. They are also a high antioxidant food, making them a convenient on-the-go mood booster.
Oh, it's a great information for me. That's a new, what is that? Uh, new great new information uh that I heard that I heard.
Mm.
I will keep that in my mind for our midterm exam maybe.
Always happy to help, not only you, but also to our listeners. Shout out to everyone who is listening right now. Let us have some walnut eating party on of these days.
I will look forward to that if the walnuts are for free.
So now that we've strayed a little, let's get let's get back on track. As previously stated, we should not allow stress or anxiety to control our lives. Our main problem here is when stress becomes anxiety. Unfortunately, the biggest issue with stress and anxiety is that it frequently becomes a bigger problem that we can handle. So, the main issue is dealing with stress and anxiety is how do we deal with them? Fortunately, we had some feedback from our followers and listeners on our Facebook and Instagram page. From their responses, we gather the top three most answer coping mechanism they do whenever they feel stressed or anxious.
Okay, to begin, for those who have pets in their homes, being close to them is one of the best things to do after a long day. Interacting with pets has been shown to reduce cortisol levels, a stress-related hormone, and lower blood pressure. Animals have been shown in other studies to reduce loneliness, increase feeling of social support, improve mood, and reduce stress, anxiety, and depression.
Sure. I suddenly felt the urge to play and spend time with my cat. But moving on, the next coping mechanism is exercising. Those who message us about this must be fit and healthy. But yes, endorphins are released when you exercise regularly, which improve your overall cognitive abilities. It may even assist you in falling asleep, thus reducing stress. Remember that exercise does not have to be strenuous. Yoga, short walks, and stretching can help can all help relieve stress and improve mental health.
Now that you have mentioned stretching, never forget to stretch every once in a while whenever we are
Yes.
in a sedentary position like sitting, because according to one of Dr. Melanga's articles, inactivity and prolonged sitting are linked to chronic disease and cause havoc on our spine. Finally, but certainly not least, praying.
Yes, of course. Praying. I agree.
Our present time is really full of challenges, and sometimes all we can do is struggle and to try to survive. But never forget that we are allowed to take a step back, breathe, relax, and rest before going back to the battlefield. Whenever we feel overwhelmed by what is happening around us, remember to reach out and talk it out. Suppressing our emotions will only make us blow up at a faster pace. Stress, anxiety, loneliness, doubts, anger, fear, and depression are some of the toughest opponents to beat, especially when we are fighting by ourselves.
Sure.
That is true, Azel. So, if you are someone you know is currently struggling and is about to give in, start reaching out. It can start by talking to someone we trust, like family member or your best friend. But if you don't want to declare something that personal, you can always reach out to our local suicide hotlines. Remember that we should always give life a chance.
Sure, sure. This has really been a meaningful episode. I have learned a lot of for the past few weeks running the sites and social media accounts, spreading awareness, interacting with our audience, and hosting this podcast.
I have to agree to that. That is why we encourage everyone to keep on spreading positivity and awareness when it comes to our mental health. Even if we cannot see it, doesn't mean it is not true. Mental health problems are real, our struggles are real, but beyond that, we must also keep in mind that we matter.
Yes. Once again, it is give life a change, reminding you that every step we take and every word we speak will be the start of something new.
It starts with us. Do not let it end on us.
Yes. Thank you for listening, everyone. This has been Azhar.
It's me, Aulia.
I'm Azel, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Next
Bye
time.
bye.